Hey guys, Trin here and welcome back to my A Guide to Different BL Pairings series. Now, in today's episode, I'm very excited to do a guide to PondPhuwin. So, if you have been wanting to get into PondPhuwin for a while and you are unsure where to start, well then this video is for you because I am going to show you where to start. So, interested in getting to know about PondPhuwin? Then let's just jump right into it. So, this is Pond's basic information. Pause to read if you feel like it. Now, Pond is older than Phuwin, but he debuted a little later than life than Phuwin did. So, Pond's debut role was Non in The Gifted Graduation, and he was only a guest role between episodes 8 and 13. His main role debut is Pond and Phuwin's first show together, which I will get to that when I get to that. It is also good to note that Pond is in a boy band as well. He's in a GMMTV boy band called Jasper with 3 other GMMTV artists. And they're a bit of a newer group. They don't have a ton of music out, but I love their music. You should definitely check them out on Spotify if you're interested in getting into that also. Now we have Phuwin's basic information, and he's just an actor. He's not really in a boy band or anything like that. I think he's got a couple of songs. Like, I know that a lot of BL actors are known for doing their own OSTs, but Phuwin's debut role was the character Morn in 'Cause You're My Boy. Now, Phuwin debuted a little earlier in life because Pond's debut role was in 2020. Phuwin's debut role was in 2018. So, PondPhuwin have 4 shows together, starting with this first one, which was called Fish Upon the Sky. So we have Pond that plays Mock. Now, remembering this was Pond's first main debut role, and Phuwin that plays P. So the blurb says, P has a crush on one of the hottest students in the Allied Health Sciences department, but since he is not confident enough about his looks, he is helpless. At least until Duen and his friends help him get a makeover to boost his confidence. When P finally has the guts to approach his crush, he meets his love rival, Mock. P tries to surpass Mock in everything to get the attention of Nan, but he is not lucky enough to beat him. However, everything changes as P starts to feel a different set of feelings towards Mock, making things more complicated. So this is it's a rivals to lovers story. It's got a university setting. Most BL pairings, 90% of the time, the first show that a BL pairing will do together has a university setting, and PondPhuwin are no different because this show has a university setting. Their second show is called Never Let Me Go. So Pond plays Palm and Phuwin plays Nundao. I think that's how you pronounce it. I am so sorry if that is not correct. Anyway, the blurb says Nundao is the heir to a prestigious family. His status has forced him to grow up isolated with no room for imperfection. Then his father is shot to death right in front of him. Now he and his mother's lives are in danger. The son of a loyal Kitarukulmiti family employee, Palm, is appointed to protect him from the dangers in and outside school. In his life of uncertainty, Palm's presence leads Nundao to new experiences. So this one still has a little bit of a university plotline, but it's very different from Fish Upon the Sky. This one has a little bit of a mafia element to it. It is also like someone falling for their bodyguard, because Pond is basically Phuwin's bodyguard in this one. And this one's a lot more emotional. Fish Upon the Sky has that rom-com element to it, whereas Never Let Me Go is not a rom-com in the slightest. Their next show is called We Are. Now, this is an ensemble show. So, yes, it's a PondPhuwin show, but it's also a Winnie Satang show. It's also an Boom show. And it's also a Mark Poom show. But Pond plays Pum and Phuwin plays Peem. Now, the blurb says, for this friend group, no matter how hard their university studies are, there's always something more to do their head in. The chaos of life and love won't let anyone rest. We are friends, but we fight each other and like each other so much we might hit on each other. This again is another university show, but again, proving to be different from their other ones. This has more drama elements to it, and it's an ensemble show, so we are going to get a lot of interaction with the other characters as well. I've not seen this one. I definitely want to. The blurb both intrigues me and confuses me at the same time, kind of. But this was their third show. Rightio, we are finally upgrading from university settings and diving into the real world with their fourth and most recent show, Me and T, where we have Pond playing T and Phuwin playing Peach. Well, actually, I should say that Pond plays the iconic Dear Kit Kian Lee, because I'm sorry, that name is iconic. Anyway, the blurb says, after a dramatic first encounter, photographer Peach becomes an amateur life coach to wealthy businessman T. Fixated on lacons and out of touch with the value of a butt, Kunti needs to get a grip on reality. Now, this is actually the only PondPhuwin show that I have watched. And that's kind of a crime because I fell in love with them after watching Me and Dee. And so, I need to get a grip and watch the rest of them. But I absolutely adore Me and Dee. Me and T has that, rom-com element to it again. It does also have a mafia element to it, just like Never Let Me Go. But it's only slight. It's very, very slight. It's honestly giving blink and you'll miss it. Because it's more about the fact that because he's been brought up that way, Pond's character is very out of touch with reality. He's just so rich, he doesn't really know the value of money. Because he's just so rich, he can throw his money at his problems. He literally just throws money at TV companies to keep playing reruns of the soap operas that his mother starred in. That's how rich he is. But it's such a beautiful show. I love Me and T so much, which is bringing me to their fifth most recent show, which is not out yet, but Me and Dee is getting a season 2, and it is going to be called Peach and Me. Now, I don't know if this was always planned or if they just decided to do this as a replacement show, because PondPhuwin alongside Tainu and Joss Garwin's next show was going to be an ensemble show called Replay, but that has been cancelled. So all three couples I just mentioned have been getting replacement shows. So Peach and Me, I wonder if Peach and Me was kind of always going to happen, so we were going to get Peach and Me and Replay, or if Peach and Me is replacement for Replay and they decided to give Me and Dee a second season because Me and Dee is one of GMMTV's most, what's the word, popular BLs. Me and Dee did really well, breaking records and getting, people to watch the show. I totally forget how I'm supposed to be describing that right now, but Me and T did very, very well. So they decided to do a season 2. So we get more Peach and tea, antics, and fun, and all of that good stuff. And I'm very, very excited for Peach and me, considering I loved me and tea so much. Well, that is it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully it helps you start your PondPhuwin journey. Let me know out of the university ones which one I need to prioritize first. I do definitely have probably the most interest personally in Never Let Me Go. Like, a lot of people love that show, so I need to get on it. I realistically need to get on all of the shows. Anyways, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Comment down below if there are any couples you'd like to see me do this with. There are a ton I want to do this with. But yep, that's it. And thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.